All right, so welcome to another session of relaxing, letting go, be in the present moment. And as our teachers used to tell us, stop running, let the body rest, let the body be still, and hopefully the mind will become still. So I assume there's no beginners in this class tonight, so we shall start meditating at the sound of the bell. And at 8:30, the sound of the bell will ring again, and that's the time for questions and some announcements.
Maybe someone who's first time.
Is there a first timer here? Oh, okay. First timers, okay. Because usually for first timers, I give instructions in a separate room. Is that okay? Because usually I'll let those who are what I call experienced meditators not to be disturbed while they settle into their meditation. But if you're a first timer, I prefer to give instructions in a separate room. If it's okay with all of you, what do you think? Because for most meditators, they don't want to listen to voices when they're meditating. So if you're okay, I do not mind giving you some basic instructions before you come down to join them, because it's just a technique that you pick up, and the rest is based on your own personal practice every day. Is that okay? So that we don't disturb the experienced meditators. Okay? Right, thank you. So Ayya, are you okay to stay here with them? Right. Ayya Sankappa will be here with all of you, just to sit here together, because it's very important for us to be able to at the end of a very hectic, busy day, having a group session like this, it actually gives us that kind of inspiration to really sit down and really slow down, hopefully to be still, stilling our body and hopefully stilling our mind. And the important thing is knowing how to let go of whatever has happened today, or not going back into your past, not speculating or worrying about the future, learning how to let go and be in the present moment right now. So what is the present moment with us? Most of us probably will be focusing on the present moment of the in and out breath without controlling. Okay, so for those who are experienced, the bell is for you to start. And after that, we will go upstairs, okay? All right. You have been sitting for 1 hour, you have good energy in your hands, rub your palms, give yourself a good facial. Any pains or in your joints, whatever, just give it a good rub down. Don't waste your energy. Yep. Good.
Thank you very much, Ayya. We just have a quick few announcements before the questions. Any questions in the room? It's very handy that you brought a backup nun so that we could sit together while you were doing the teaching upstairs. Thank you. Just more opportunities to meditate this week. There's another guided meditation tomorrow night with our lay teacher Sandeep at the same time, 7:30. This is a very big week because on Sunday it's the Katina, or the robe offering ceremony, which will be on Sunday the 10th of November up at the Newbury Buddhist Monastery, where Ayya Upekkha and Ayya usually live. And I believe all the information about that is on the BSV website, so probably just best to check that. But just a reminder that that's this Sunday, the robe offering to mark the end of the Rains Retreat. There is also opportunities to meditate online with different groups at the Buddhist Society. That's through our Discord channel. More information about that on the BSV website or through our newsletter. There's a morning sit at between 4 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. and Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. there's an evening sit as well, which is a monastic-led guided meditation for about 20 minutes. So plenty of opportunities to continue our meditation practice. Next week, the guided meditation will be, I believe, by Ajahn Brahm on the Monday night, so that's next Monday. I think that's all the announcements we need, except there's a special Dhamma talk on Sunday the 17th. That's 2 weeks away. By Ajahn Thinasaro, or Ajahn Jeff. He's going to be talking here at the BSV on the Sunday evening. Special talk by Ajahn Thinasaro. All the announcements. So are there any questions here in the hall? If there are, just feel free to raise your hand.
All good. No questions. Good. I hope you all had good experiences. This one there.
Yes, not quite free yet, Ayya. There's one online question. I am a middle-aged man. How do I handle the constant tests from women in my life?
The Buddha mentioned to Ananda before he passed away, when you look at a woman, when you are near a woman, don't talk to them. Don't pay attention to them. Distance yourself from them. Is that good enough? Serious.
Any more questions?
If I want to detach myself from somebody whom I think I can't handle, I think the best way is to distance yourself from them. Am I right?
Even your wife?
Sorry?
Someone asked, what if it's your wife?
If it's your wife, it's your karma. Bear with it. Love her. When you love her, she'll love you, hopefully. No, come on. As I was mentioning just now to our two friends there, when we are a family, there's always these reasons. I'm talking from the teachings of our teachers, Chinese teachers, okay? We are family because of past karmic link, okay? And when we are a family, there are two things that we come to do. You either come here to repay your debts or you come here to claim your debts. I'm not sure whether your wife is listening to this or not. Yeah. So I'm not encouraging her to claim her debts from you, okay? Sometimes it's not just past karmic links. Sometimes it's the current life's conditioning. Our habits from previous lives, our habits formed in this life and all that. Sometimes a lot of habits that we have can be very, very, I would say, disgusting and frustrating to people who are living around you. But we are not aware of that. If we can be aware of our own faults and weaknesses and, of course, our habitual kind of behavior that irritates others, then, of course, there's a chance for us to learn. But sometimes because of our pride, our ego, even when we get feedback from people that, there are certain kinds of habits that we need to drop, I think if a person is egoistic or with a big sense of self, that is very hard for them to acknowledge that I do have this mistake, I do have this weakness. This is what you get, this is what you see, this is what you get. I mean, some people do give us this kind of answers. Yeah, so it's up to us to be humbled, to be very humble, and to be able to receive feedback from others and see whether we can change or not. So I'm not sure whether my dear Dhamma brother, I would call you, if you're able to have any kind of conversation with your wife, or maybe go for counseling or something like that. Yeah. Otherwise, just love her, take care of her. See whether it can change her with your loving kindness. This is all I can say because I cannot offer you any other kind of advice. Maybe from the floor. Those of you who have lovely relationship, what can you do to help this gentleman? Anyone who wants to give some advice? No? All of us are having difficulty with our relationships? Oh no. Yeah, just try your very best, okay? Whatever it is, with communications. Sometimes we do advise that you go for marriage counseling, yeah. And also, if you can practice forgiveness, loving kindness, according to the Buddhist practice, of course, yep. As Ajahn Brahm always tells us, you don't have to be right all the time, but you can be harmonious. Yeah, so it's a lot of times it's different views and all that. And because she's your wife, there is a reason why she's your wife. Okay, so when you are able to just live and let live and tolerate a little bit, but most important is to give the loving kindness to her, I think it will work. We were just talking to one couple just a few days ago, right? The couple, they love each other so much, but they irritate each other so much. Yeah. So there's this like love-hate relationship going on. They can't live without one another. As the husband said, I can't go to sleep when she's in the monastery with you. I can't go to sleep. So, but then they talk about that, how they try to irritate one another. So this is life. It's just like, I think there was a story in one of the, I'm not sure whether it's from the canon or Buddhist scriptures or whatever, but there's this couple who used to quarrel. And then after that, the wife passed away. So the friends were saying, you must be feeling so wonderful now. Your wife is no more there to nag at you and quarrel with you. And he says, no, I miss her so much. I miss all her nagging and all that. This is life, our conditioning. Yeah. So please send your loving kindness to her. Treat her with more love. Yeah. Try to pull at her heartstring with all your kindness and gentility. Give her presents, bring her out, make her feel good. Hopefully it will work. Okay?
Thank you, Ayya. Wonderful advice. We have a question here, Nahu.
Thank you very much, Ayya. When I was meditating, my nose got very itchy. Should I scratch it or should I try not to scratch it? Because I was trying not to scratch it.
Yeah.
And I was trying to see how long I could last.
Yeah.
Should I just scratch it?
Yeah.
Anyways.
If I were you, I would just scratch it. Because if you're not scratching it, you're fighting it.
Yeah.
Right? If you need to scratch it, scratch it. It only shows that our mind is still not still. That's why we are able to feel the pain, the itchiness, and all those things. Our mind is still not in deep stillness, so we can feel that. If it makes you more comfortable than just tolerating it, for me, I choose to scratch it. That's what I do. After scratching, I feel comfortable. I go back to my meditation.
Because my fear is like, it'll just keep coming back. You know what I mean? And then it comes back worse. But it didn't. I actually scratched it.
You did, okay. Well, you make a decision, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that keeps you in the present. So if you focus on it,
I'm sorry, what did you say?
keeps you in the present.
Yeah, teaching in the present moment, yeah. Yeah. To do what is necessary right now, yeah. But our teachers always tell us, don't fight against something. When we fight, it's more suffering for us. And you really got to bear with it through gritted teeth, yeah. So it's because, as I know, if I am not in deep stillness, I can still feel the itchiness, I can still feel the pain and all those kind of, numbness and all those kind of things. Sometimes it does happen, yeah. If you are able to just ignore it, why not? But don't fight it, yeah. This is the best I can offer, yeah. Okay, I know that right now there's still some hay fever going on because of the flowers blooming and all that, strong winds and all that. Yeah, so sometimes it's very difficult. A lot of times when I'm meditating with my sister nuns and other preceptors in our forest monastery, sometimes you just get your scratchy throat, which you can't control. You just need to cough. There's no way to stop the cough, so you just burst out coughing. Yeah, we just hope that if it is too persistent, then we just leave the hole, not to disturb other people. But if it's just a one-off, yes, just let it happen. This is nature. We can't fight nature all the time. Yeah? Any more questions? Okay, so we call it a night. Okay, so I was just trying to tell Ayya Sankapa, I must remember that on Monday nights, I try not to be too Buddhistic, because we are here to seek peace and stillness in our body, in our mind, to help us not to be too active in body and mind. And not everyone wants to really go too deep into the Buddha's teaching, but you're most welcome if you have any questions about the Buddha's teaching. Because for me, why did I convert myself to the Buddhist way of life? I mean, the Buddha's teaching is not meant for Buddhists. The Buddha's teaching is meant for everybody looking for peace and happiness in life. And then, of course, the ultimate goal of learning all this meditation and all these precepts and purification of body, speech, and mind. We do have the ultimate goal of living samsara, which is something that not many people can understand nor accept. We're not trying to convert anybody here. We're just hoping that we can share the techniques of how we can deal with the what we call adversities of life and difficult situations, pain and grief, all these kind of challenges that we face in life. So if we're able to learn from the Buddha's teachings, right, without putting too many Buddhistic terms in it, we're happy to share with all of you. But do excuse me, because sometimes I just can't help but refer to, the Buddha said this, the Buddha said that. But actually it's not meant for converting you. It's because I've learned from a teacher who is called the Buddha, the awakened one, awakened to the truth, the universal truth of why we're here, what's the meaning of life, what's the purpose of life, what are we doing here, and understanding the different kinds of sufferings which the Buddha has mentioned in the the first discourse that he taught to his disciples. Yep. So all these things are actually universal truth. Universal truth. Okay. So if you really want to know more about how do I manage my life and how do I deal with all these challenges in life, maybe you can just explore a little bit deeper into that. I have no regrets being a Buddhist nun. Neither has she. We are very happy to be a Buddhist nun because we feel that the Buddha and his teachings and the practicing noble disciples of his, they really are worthy to be our refuges. And a direction in life that they can actually direct us with clarity if we are able to understand it correctly. Yeah, I have personally benefited from the Buddha's teaching so much, and this is why here we are trying to share it with all of you. But I always remind myself, don't use too many Buddhistic terms. Yeah? Okay. I hope it's good enough. Thank you so very much for being here with us. And it's so important for us to come together, to have this group energy, to sit together, because I think it's very hard to find that at home unless you have a whole family member, the whole family doing the same thing together, sitting in meditation or even practicing, or living similar lifestyle with similar mindsets and all that. So if you can't find it at home, just come here any day. This place is open, because a group sit is always very inspiring and also very supportive. Yeah, and the energy is always very different. Yeah, so go for it. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. So good night and have a very pleasant drive back home or walk back home.